trying to kill my wife. What's my spy master doing right now? You're currently scheming, so you are trying to discover plots. So that's fine. Plus, my spy master is my wife. So I think it's in her best interest to find those plots. That's a bigger army. This is another of their provincial county capitals. Oh, this is actually, these are tribes. Oh, we can burn those down. This is all tribal land. With actual holdings. Huh. They don't seem able to make up their mind whether they actually want to do this crusade or not. It's kind of hilarious. Ulungur. Have they just taken this bit? I feel like they have. They got bigger. As she's growing older, I can see that Kadin could use some of my guidance. She must learn on her own. She's not one of my direct descendants. The Horde swarms the holding of the Mancia tribe. As the walls crumble and fall, they are intent on plundering, but won't go ahead unless you, the Khan, tell them they can do so. So that's going to annoy my liege. Actually, no, it won't. Bring me the spoils, lads. We'll make our money in another way. Young Kadin is developing a stubborn streak. That's also a niece. Good for you. Alright, let's keep going. Let's burn these tribes down. Need to keep an eye on this stack though. 9,000 troops. Ah. I've seen people complain the Pope keeps announcing and then cancelling crusades, costing Catholicism 10 moral authority every time. It doesn't seem to be. They've been super low moral authority already for a while. So it looks like we're quite comfortably winning the war so far. There it is. The tumultuous death of Esdom Kasik presents an excellent opportunity for us to declare our independence. Oh, the ruler died. No, I'm staying loyal. I don't want independence from this. So, he doesn't hate me as much. Oh, you still have the traitor modifier, so that's passed along. That's unfortunate. Alright, let's head home. And then I'm thinking that I'll probably go after Tanuola. Although I'd also like to really expand south into these guys. Problem is they have a much larger force than I do. So I think I just need to sit back, do some raiding, raise some income, and then go after that. Revoke title. County of Maracol. That's right next to me. Fine. I'll get it back. Does that also get rid of the traitor? Yep. So basically he can do one thing to me, and he chose to revoke one random province. Oh. And you chose to create a new faction in the province that I already have a claim on. That's really unfortunate for them and their complete lack of an army. I'm gonna wait until I get a little bit closer and then I'm just gonna retake it. That was a poor move by the boss man there. I still don't understand why I'm not reinforcing. This is really quite irritating. Why is my army staying at 1,200? Irkin's host. Don't want anything to do with that. Oh, except they're raiding me. Yeah, I do actually want something to do with that. It's Arctic terrain, so no penalties. Cathar faith triumphant. The adherents of the Catholic faith have steadily dwindled to the point where the Cathar believers are in the majority. New state of affairs has reduced the Catholic faith to a de facto heresy. All former Catholic holy orders are now Cathar. Oh, I'm a commander, aren't I? So I'm going to keep getting pulled out of this position. Not during the battle, though. Get out of my territory! I'm riding through the Arctic of Tom, and I realise how this experience has simply become a matter of course. I rarely even think when I charge into battle, it just happens. I could surely use this insight. But how? So I've become a flanker and also a cavalry commander. I'm really good with horsemen. Like, really good with horsemen now. Child lacks education focus. Fighting. I seem to be raising all the kids myself. Do you have to raise them in the military tab? No, they're not vassals. They're not levies, rather. They're retinue. And retinue should just restore over time. News from China. The status quo in China is over. China has recently been suffering from droughts, and people are starving as the Great Famine upsets the harmony in the Divine Land. The caravans and ships of the Silk Road have virtually ceased, and the great Chinese artisans are simply trying to survive. China will not be able to assist its tributary states. Interesting. So if we wanted to go after any tributaries, we can now. Alright, so you poor sod. I want my land back. But of course the council is saying no. Should probably keep the wife suite. Can I bribe you? I have money. I can bribe you. Doesn't make you loyal though, I don't think. This is why it sucks to have a council. I'll make you my regent. I want my land back. Let me get my land back. I don't think any of this is going to be enough to make them loyal. Tekka knows me a favour. I can do that to force them to vote with me. There we go. Where's Alte? Curious to see if Alte is better. What lands do you own? Orkhan. No. Maricol it is. Oh, but their capital is over there, so that's the one I actually need to take. Okay, then. Altai is the duchy. Oh, okay. No, I don't want the duchy, I just want my one province back. Okay, now I'm reinforcing. Maybe I had to be at war to reinforce. Yeah, that's what it seems to have been. That mercenary band that you hired a while back seems to still be in the region. Maybe you should invite the commander to a small feast. Sure. I don't see how that could go wrong. Bupton Abibay's Bulgur band refused to come and feast with you. That's just wrong. You have insulted my honor, sir. Young Cadron is educated in the ways of war. Masterful, brilliant strategist. Showing tendencies to be more a doer than a thinker. So she's either brave or... Oh, she can lose the trait dull. No, gains dull, loses rowdy. No, you can definitely be brave. You've got cancer. That's unfortunate because otherwise you're fairly decent. I did misread that, didn't I? Well. Because apparently you're one of my siblings. No. You're... Oh, these are all nephews and nieces. Hang on. Just because my heir's a nephew. Not one of my kids, because my kids aren't adults yet. Need to make them commanders and give them honorary positions so that they get lots and lots of prestige. Prestige troops don't reinforce while I'm negative on it. Oh! That makes sense. Nathaniel is developing into an ambitious young woman. That's good. Good for her. This is going to be the world's shortest siege. And there it is. Thank you very much for my land back. I appreciate that. Okay, so for having risen up against the Khan, I lost nothing. Except troops. And a little bit of manpower. How do I fare compared to the other clans? Yeah, I am still by far second place. With no real competitors. So that's good. I think it's time to go raiding. Except Ulungur is getting a bit strong for my liking. Sutai is definitely fragmenting a bit here. Hey Zay. One thing I would kind of like to do is take this guy out. I mean, just wanting his stuff is not a valid CB. That's disappointing. So everyone wants a war against this guy, but he has 2,000 troops plus his vassals, which would be even more. No, I think I need to go raiding. We need to get a bit more of an income coming in. Especially while there's a bunch of revolts and stuff going on down here. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Oh, the retinue takes prestige to reinforce. I'm still learning how all this stuff works. So I guess the piety retinue would absorb piety to reinforce. What's the piety retinue again? Half and half. That's actually better than the other ones. Better than the prestige ones, I mean. I'm wondering if I want to disband like one or two of these guys. How much do they cost? 50. I'm gonna disband. Oh, how do you disband? That's how. Disband you, and then raise. I can't raise a piety unit. I don't have enough manpower. That's actually true. Well, I guess I'll need to wait here until I've got 150. Or do I need the full amount? 300. No, sorry, 250. I can count, honest. Take concubine from Idak. Yeah, all yours. Enjoy. And Bussy needs training in fightiness. Math, every streamer's worst enemy. It's so hard to do it live on camera because you're just thinking about so many other things. Like, I don't really care about the really nitty-gritty here. Also, where's my calculator? You know what, I'm going to drop 2 of these. And then we'll raise piety units. My magnificent cat curled up in its favourite spot by the window last night. I think now that maybe it knew it did not have long left in this world, at least it went peacefully. Funeral shall be set in the garden where it liked to play, or invite the whole court to celebrate the adventurous life of my cat. I become charitable. Which means that I fight less good. No! Little burial. Always have your pocket calculator 10-15 centimeters left of the keyboard. I mean, I have a calculator on my phone, so if it's a really difficult process, then I'll do it on that. But these ones which are rather simpler in nature, I shouldn't really need to. Hey Fred. Enjoying day 2 of a 2-week vacation. I am so jealous of you. Oh, I can raise the final. No, I can't. Because I don't quite have the manpower again. Bussy is loving physical games and is developing a strong physique. Become brave. Alright. And there we go. We have raised back up to our limit. Only now we're going to be spending a lot more piety than we were prestige, which I think is going to suit us a lot more. So I think at this point I want to rebalance my units. I'm going to put everyone in the center for a second. The large cavalry archer units I'm going to put on the left. Something along those lines. Well, you're still reinforcing, so you're not actually at maximum strength yet. Oops, that was the wrong unit. You were supposed to move. You... where are you? You are not. So you're going to be the very mixed cav archer and horse archer. This is where my heavy cavalry are, and then this is just kind of the wing. Then I'll be taking command of that. Because I'm very good at flanking and I'm very good with horsemen. Okay, let's go into raiding stance and let's go and raid some of these guys for money. Especially you. Hey, Strategy Games. Don't mind random realms, but I think Paradox could have won up to the preset land continent, sort of like Random New World on EU4. But the random new world on EU... Oh, random new world. See, I don't like the new world on EU4. I think that's really poorly done. I really, really don't like it. They need to find a better way of randomizing that stuff. Hey, Bussy. Bussy? Me, Bussy. You're really good at fighting, and you're a horse lord, so, you know, it makes sense. Yeah, I thought you were my first son, because apparently the pictures... So for every other faction, the children's pictures, there's one. One for a boy, one for a girl. For some reason, the Nomads have about a bazillion different pictures for kids, so I thought, okay, if Nathaniel's a daughter, then that's got to be the icon for a son. Nope, you're a girl as well. Otherwise, you would be like the heir and also very good at fighting. And also a horse lord, nomadic. You're not a cavalry commander yet, you're too young, but someday you will. Not able to loot. Does not border the realm of the unit's owner. Damn it! So that means I do need to go over here. That's all horses. Those are tribes. Tribes just worth so little. I could raid these guys to weaken them. Like they're doing to me right now, in fact. Alright, I think the first thing I'm going to need to invest in is the camp fortification. So I need 82 ducatses. Go, 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 go before they take it. Go! I can't afford to have this place looted again. I'm so low on resources as it is. No! Damn it! 2 days! Also, I forgot to turn up for the fight. Oh well. Back to you, you sod. I strive to become better. I could be satisfied with what I have. Oh no, ambitious. It's amazing. Concubine's pregnant, can't be right. I seem to be doubting every single pregnancy. Even though I found absolutely no evidence of it not being mine. Colinus, you can train to be fightiness. Thought it over, cannot be the father. Hired someone find out, because I'm sodding paranoid. Just give me the bloody horses. Well, the entire army at this point is horsemen. And once you're old... I see. Unfortunately, I don't think girls can be cavalry commanders. If I'd realised that was a girl, not a boy, then I would have saved you for one of the boys. Unfortunately, the portraits caught me out. I'm not running Iron Man, Romano. And yeah, Shattered World. Is the Conclave DLC worth it to buy and relearn the game? I like it. It does make things more complicated to... Especially... The big thing that Conclave does is it makes your diplomatic rulers a lot stronger because they are great at improving the opinion of your councillors, and if your councillor's opinion is high, then they become loyal and they will vote with you in any votes. So it makes the more elective, council-heavy government more interesting to play as. It also gives you a lot more incentive to not be a council government because they're also bloody annoying. But frustrating in a way which I think is good for the game. Not frustrating in a way of like, ah! It just forces you to become more creative in how to get what you want. Raise taxes. That's not a thing you can do. The maid I hired to gain concubine's confidence has not found anything suspicious. Hire the spies. All of them. As she's growing older, I can see Nathaniel could use some guidance in the experienced areas. Sorry. This is what I hate about Crusader Kings, but I'm not going to invest in you because you're a girl. The spies I hired at great expense to discover anything suspicious have failed to turn up anything at all. I've spent probably about 200 ducats on those bloody spies now, and they've never found anything. My court physician Kasek has suggested I buy him some books on books. Yep. Get better. Core physician Kasek has left me know the new books I bought him were quite helpful, and he's already had some ideas he wants to implement. Excellent, so he's got better at learning. And Raven needs education. Also a daughter. Wow, you are going to be really, really learned. So I should probably not be the one teaching you. That should be Tekken. My genius advisor. Who's also a mastermind theologian. That's looking suspiciously Viking. As your men return from looting the holding, one of them holds you an axe with a strange purple sheen and a plus etched into the handle, followed by a number 2. After weighing it carefully in your hands, you toss aside your old grey axe in favour of the new weapon. I feel stronger! I've gained a +2 axe from Tokarid. That's going to make them really dislike me. Oh well, I'm now even better at fightiness. +2 martial, +5 combat skill. Am I still looting? No, it's done. Every time I make some money, someone gets pregnant and I have to invest in spies. Hire someone to find out. Are just getting bigger and bigger. How good is your... Oh, that's why. 22 martial ruler. Yep, that'll do it. Maid I hired has not found anything. Hire more spies because I'm paranoid. For some reason I'm role-playing someone who's paranoid. Why am I not looting? Non-aggression pact. Spies I hired at great expense have failed to turn up anything at all. Again.